What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Vincent Esposito, and today we're going to be making a mung bean and sweet potato dal. So dal is one of my favorite things to meal prep. I don't necessarily make it for dinner too much, but it is great for lunch for me because I can make a lot of it in bulk and then have it throughout the week. There's also tons of flavor packed into dal and really a lot of Asian and Indian cooking. I've mentioned this before on the channel, but if you are planning on going vegan or more plant-based, I do recommend looking towards Indian cuisine to get started because you can pack a ton of flavor into your dishes. So like I mentioned before, this particular dal is going to be mostly sweet potatoes and mung beans. So sweet potatoes I've done before. I will link a video up here so you can check some more recipes out with sweet potatoes. But they're a great source of potassium, your carotenoids, beta carotenes, and they are a fantastic source of complex carbohydrates. Mung beans are not necessarily as common here in the States. They are used a ton in actually Asian cooking. They are a fantastic source of plant-based proteins and a great source of things like non-heme iron, a bunch of different B vitamins, selenium, zinc, potassium, and copper. And of course, like most legumes, they are a fantastic source of fiber as well. And we've talked about fiber before on this channel, how if you are consuming a standard American diet, you are not getting enough, not even reaching the minimum amount of fiber that we need per day. And simply adding more legumes is gonna go a very long way in helping you reach that bare minimum of 30 grams per day of fiber. Although, like I've mentioned before on this channel as well, we wanna be shooting for something like 50 plus grams per day. So in my experience, mung beans are very similar to lentils in terms of how to cook them. And as this dal gets cooked down, we're actually gonna put our sprouted mung beans into the dal and they're basically gonna cook there. So I'll go over that there. These mung beans I'm using are sprouted, so they're actually a little bit more digestible than say if you were just having unsprouted ones. And if you were ever interested in giving mung beans a shot, I think trying this recipe would be a great place to start. And before we hop into this recipe, just wanna let you know that we have started our online plant-based cooking classes. Twice a week, I cook live, so if you're interested in joining us, learning tips and tricks, asking me questions in real time, we do all that there twice a week, and you get access to, obviously, exclusive recipes, and right now, I believe somewhere close to like 200 recipes. So if you want a list of that type of stuff, you can find it there, and you can interact with me on the platform. So if you're interested in that, look into that. There have been a lot of fun so far, and I can't wait to keep doing them. But I will stop wasting time. Let's hop right into the video and I will see you on the other side. Okay, so let's go over all of our ingredients here. So obviously we have our mung beans, diced up some sweet potato. Those are the main two ingredients. We have some shallots. We have some minced garlic and ginger. Those are going to be our aromatics for today. We also have the other ingredients we're going to add to really add some flavor. So we have some coconut cream, some tamari, some diced tomatoes. Veggie stock's gonna add a lot of flavor, as well as our spices here. So garlic powder, smoked paprika, curry powder, ground cumin. Then we have some lime juice to finish it off, along with some cashews and cilantro for garnish. So let's get started. This is great because it's all gonna happen in one pot. So a little bit of olive oil for me. If you wanna use vegetable stock to saute down your aromatics, that's absolutely fine. We're gonna start with our shallots. And we're also going to add our minced garlic and onion. So the garlic, we used about a whole head for me. Also used about 1.5 inches of ginger and some shallots. And then we're just going to simply cook that down 4 or 5 minutes. Want to really sweat that down, get that kind of softened, all those shallots. Then we want to go in with the sweet potatoes, and we're going to hit it with a little bit of salt as well as the rest of our spices. We really want to kind of temper these spices a little bit, have them kind of release some of that flavor. We want to make sure everything's kind of coated evenly. You want to be doing this like on a medium heat. You don't want these spices to burn. You just simply want the spices to kind of come out and really release those aromas. So that's really what we're looking for when we add them to the sweet potatoes here. We're then going to be adding our mung beans and our diced tomatoes, along with our coconut cream. So this is where we're going to add, the liquid aspect to this. Some tamari. I went in with about 2 tablespoons, but this is a lot here. And then really the rest, we're using vegetable stock. And if I need more water kind of as we go, I will add it because it will kind of cook down. And we're simply going to kind of stir this to combine everything. That's really going to be the key here. And we're going to kind of let this cook. So we want to let this cook through. We want to make sure these mung beans are really kind of cooked through and softened. That's going to take 35 to 40 minutes. You're going to want to stir this occasionally, reducing the heat to a simmer after it comes to a boil. And that's what you're going to end up with. It is so tasty, super easy to do in one pot. And you really just kind of want to taste as you go. Now, I added lime juice towards the end because it's going to add some acidity. If I added it earlier on, some of that acidity is going to get kind of blended in, and it's not going to have that same kind of, you know, bite you're looking for, that tanginess you're looking for. Season with salt and pepper to taste, and we're really just going to stir to combine, and that's going to be really it. It's going to come together super fast, super well. Going to do this in under an hour, getting everything together. And I chose to serve this with some brown rice on the side. You could do this with, you know, some sweet potatoes or roasted potatoes or anything like that. It really goes great. For me, this was like lunch for the week. And that's great because you toast up some cashews, really going to add some kind of crunchiness to it. Want to go in there with, you know, some fresh herbs to give it some bite. So this is actually just some chopped cilantro to really add, you know, some of that herbaceousness, that freshness to this dish. I think it really goes a long way. Of course, if you want to add heat, if you might have noticed, I did not add heat. I made this fairly mild, and then I add my spice at the end, so the chili flakes go really well. And guys, that is it. I think it's a super easy meal prep, packs a ton of flavor. And if you're interested in making more things like this, check out the cooking classes twice a week, Monday, Wednesday. Hope to see you there. And until next week, I will see you guys next Thursday. Have a wonderful weekend.